Hello traders. It's been a journey and no, bear with me, it's not a farewell, it's just a summary video I'm doing for you guys. We have come far in this YouTube channel so far, and I was like, let me do a summary. It's good to be transparent with your followers and show them what you actually do, and so that they don't come up with their own theories. Oh, he does this. From the first video, we started trading with you 3 months ago on 4th. So far, our profits are almost $1 million. Damn. So today I'll just be doing a summary and showing you guys how far we have come from. And remember, we started with 5,000 USD, but along the way, I added capital this week. I know if you watched my last video on my channel, you will see I added capital. So yeah, that's where the additional capital is coming from, and I'll explain why I did that in a few. So we've had a long journey taking trades. These are the last trades I took. We can get to see this on 5th, the 31st, which was yesterday. Today is on 6th, new month. So I'm just doing a brief summary before we continue with trading. And I believe I'm like one of the only traders, or among the few traders, who actually do this. I give you setups before I trade them, and after I trade them, I update you with either reels or in my next video I update you guys. And it's better than those traders who trade the market, get a lot of profits, then come make a video explaining how I traded from $0 to $1,000. Like, I'm always like, what the hell, does that make sense? But I feel like I'm better because I give you the same setups and I trade the same setups. It's in my previous video. My whole channel is based on that. So yeah, so let's start. So far we are at you can get to see the profit, 7,500. This is after commission. Remember, this is after commission. I think withdrawal or something. No, I think after withdrawal. So this is the total profit here, 837,000. And we've had a good run so far. Let me just minimize this screen. So we've had a long run so far. By the way, yesterday I caught a very good trade on Euro USD, and I'm going to break it down. I posted it in my community. If you look at the community, the posts, you'll see it there. And I'm going to break down this trade. I took it, very good trade. You can get to see TP there. Imagine 1,000 per trade almost, you get. So where did we start? We started, we've come a long way, from Bitcoin. I remember Bitcoin, our first trades here. The one we got $39. If you watch my previous videos, the Saturday which I was bored, right? This was on 10th May. The trade we got $5, and total, there were a couple of trades, and total came to, I think, $39, if I'm not wrong, in profits. Then the most recent trade we took was here, 4,000 profits. You can get to see $4,309, and some trades here, $113, not bad. Took some short positions here. I'm still monitoring Bitcoin because based on my previous videos, I still have a pending order. I've not executed it, the pending order, yet. I've not placed it, but I'm watching the zone, and I'll be watching if order flow will behave there. Remember, I'm targeting the buy side liquidity. We took the sell side on the daily. I'm not here to explain, but yeah, you can watch my previous videos. You can go to US 500. I've come to fall in love with US 500. Took some very beautiful trades here. Updated you on my previous video, just the last video. This channel, you can check it out. And you'll ask myself, how do you find such accurate entries? Like, how do you sell here and the market just sells? And this is like on the 15-minute time frame. I broke down that trade, and it was just ICT and order flow, quarterly theory, and I feel like there's a lot of advanced stuff that I don't share here. I just share my setups, but why I come up with such a setup, why, I'll never sell a course, that's one thing. I'll never sell a course, but my mentor told me, I had lots of mentors, and one of them was like, don't share what I've told you. I don't believe in that. I believe in sharing and helping. You know, me helping you won't affect me, won't you know, I don't believe in that. So in my future videos, I'll obviously, if I ever make an educational video on how I trade, I'll definitely break it down for you guys. So this was US 500, US 100. You also had a beautiful trade sometime. Where is it? Let me just zoom out. Yeah. I also updated you on my previous video. Here we had a breaker block. This was New York session, the 9 a.m. to 10:30 window. Love that window, and I always make sure that's US time. I always make sure I find a trade within there. NSD USD, we've only ever taken one trade. When was this? This was back in 1st May. It was the last month. So yeah. So if you get to see, we started from you know, last month. There's lots of trades up here. First trades we ever took was USD Swiss. You remember I held some I tried holding, and the market as usual, it's not an easy journey. It's not every day I'm in blues, and you know that because I explained. But so far we've always been in blues. The only time we ever make a loss is when I close like 90% of the positions and I leave 10% running. Then those 10% I never care if then, because I always wanted to hit the TP, but if it makes a loss, you know I'm always okay with that. So that's the only time we generally always make a loss. Other than that, so far you've seen my setups and how clean they are. So this was on beginning of the month, NSD USD, the trade I'm just from showing you. You know, this was beginning of last month. Today we're on 6th, and it's been a long journey, guys, all the way to gold and all this to 30th USD tech and all this. Yeah, so I'm going to hop onto TradingView to break down yesterday's trade, but this is just a summary of the month and how, you know, I'm reliable, and I believe that, you know, you can just copy my setups and everything. And if you ever want to contact me to teach you or anything, I'll do it for free. I've never charged anyone. It's good sharing knowledge, and you know, for now I'll always teach for free. I'll never sell a course. That's one thing I promise you guys. So you can always email me. My email is always in the description. I think it's the last line. Just email me on my work email, and you know, you know, let's set up a Zoom meeting. And yeah, so all the way to down here, balance, you get to see that, you know, it's possible. This video is just meant to show you that it's possible. Let no one tell you, oh, it's impossible to make as much money as you want. It is possible, but to reach there, it's going to be a painful road, and it's not easy. Took me some years. Actually, it took me like from 2016 to, imagine, from 2016 I was never profitable until 2020 is when I became consistent during COVID time, because, you know, I was at home the whole year from March, and I was like, you know what, let me trade. It was lockdown for us from March, so March to the next year I just focused on trading 100%. And if you want it bad enough, trust me, you'll do it. So if you see me even using big lot size, it's because the account allows, because, you know, you can just see change 0 point, you get. So yeah, but hello traders, I'm now logged into my TradingView account, and I told you I'll break down the trade I took yesterday on Euro USD, because it's actually this week, two days I haven't given setups on 2 trades I took, and updated you guys on the previous one, on my previous video. Now I'm giving you this one an update, but I'll give you a weekly outlook on what I think about next week. So as a trader, I believe you should always, you know, try find your own path. Like, you know, we can't, yeah, there's support and resistance, demand and supply, and those are principles the market, you know, revolves around. But what happens behind, you know, what we can't see, And I really thank ICT for opening my eyes, and he's a great teacher. You can follow him, subscribe to his channel. I know his content is huge, but I'm gonna break down his concept one day here, and what I think about it and what I've built on top of it, you know. But all credit will always go back to him. And personally, I believe that the market is algorithmically, you know, controlled, and this is because of what I see. And that's why you see, if you see, I've risked a lot. Actually, the last 2 days have been the biggest day of my career. Surprising, yet on Friday and on Thursday, two biggest profits back to back, 300,000. That's 600,000. Think about it, 600,000 in 2 days. Though we made a loss on GU, I didn't disclose it. I did, right? Yeah, maybe. Made a loss on GU. Took a bit of our profit. Otherwise, we would have been at maybe $50 more, $50,000 more. But I believe the markets are algorithmically controlled, because I can tell what price will do 2 hours before it does inside this range. So this was the trade I took yesterday. Why did I take it? Here we see this huge push to the upside. I'll explain this strategy one day. Just bear with me for now. So here we had PCE come out yesterday, and we saw huge move to the upside. But before that, we had a trade here. Also ICT. Here what happened, I always just do this. Below the 1:30 p.m. Time, I just look at, here is the 1:30, somewhere there. 1:30, so I've just marked it out, extended it. Below the 1:30, if there's a PD array below the 1:30 open, I always believe that PD array will hold price, and we'll always see a push to the upside. And that's what we saw. We had a fair value gap and the downward closing candle here, which was another block, and we get to see price tapped that down closing candle exact at that line. We got to also enter the fair value gap, and we get to see prices change structure here. They had MSS, market structure shift, and prices came back to retest. Normally at the open price, we always get to see accumulation. It's normal to see price fluctuate a bit here and a bit here. So on the lower time frames, this is on the lower time frame, this is on the 1 minute, but there was another break of structure there, and you could have taken a buy to the upside, targeting what? This trend line liquidity here. But I just targeted the first high, the buy side, the first high, and I was like, yeah, very good trade. Here we get to see prices were expanding very fast, and if you go on the 4-hour time frame, you'll get to see that order flow is kind of down on Euro USD. Prices on the 4-hour time frame, somewhere here there was a fair value gap that prices also bounced off, and it was expanding to complete something. You got to watch for, you know, such things. Why would price expand so quickly to somewhere, to a certain area, you know, at a certain time? Remember, time and price, they go hand in hand, and we got to see prices leaving huge fair value gaps. And you know, when you see prices expanding and leaving inefficiencies, think a bit, you know, be like, what's happening? And the news also, you know, pushed price, and we got to see price reached the order flow. Remember the 4-hour, there's order flow coming down, and once price tapped there and reacted, I was like, okay, we always get to see, most of the time, sometimes we get to see a reversal between this area, between the 7:30 and let's say 9. We get to see price hit a higher time frame PD array, and we get to see sometimes that marketers, and I'm going to show you statistically how many times I've seen it this week, just the last 2 days. Then we had a breaker block here with a fair value gap, and I was like, I got to take a trade here because I'm sure about that, and I targeted sell side liquidity. I'll overlay the trades here, you'll see, and also I've shown you the first 10 minutes of this video. And currently it's weekend, so you know, get to see this is something I'll really be interested in come next week, because I love seeing such accumulation here, and maybe reaccumulation, redistribution. I like seeing such you know, price action choppy. It makes me prepared that maybe there's something coming up. Let's go to GU. I also took a trade on GU yesterday. I'll also overlay it. You'll see it. Same thing, you know, prices were, and then I want to, you know, order flow was first, and remember EU and GU almost closely follow each other. So on EU we had taken the liquidity on this trend line, but on GU we hadn't. On EU, when prices were up here, GU was somewhere down here. And one thing you get to realize that on the first standard deviation, I'll break down this strategy one day. On the standard deviation, we always get to see price, when price rejects on one area, on the first standard deviation, it always goes to attack the other side. So you can always just take a buy if you find that, and you get to see, you know, attack and, you know, fair value gap. Shows you something, but there wasn't a setup where I could, you know, wait maybe for a retest or, you know, something. So I was like, you know, all well, but end of the day, I got to take the short within this range, the 930 to 1030 area. I got to take a short to the downside, also got profit there. If we rush to US 100, where I took Thursday's trade, same thing. I broke down this trade on my previous video, so I won't break it down here, but we got to see the same thing on EU prices expanding, you know, to our area, which was this. On the 1 hour we had a fair value gap, which was quite big than all the other fair value gaps, so maybe prices to go top there. We had an SMT here on the 1 minute, same 9 to 1030. I take my entry there. You see a pattern, and there was a breaker block. Same thing with EU, and took the trade down to the sell side. But I took profits quickly there. I explained why on my previous video. Then we get to go to US 500, where I also explained that I took a trade here, and I held till TP. It's my previous video, you can go check it out. I explain it beautifully. So I'm sorry guys, I didn't give out these two setups. It's because they happen so fast. I have to be live for me to do this, so which I have no issue. I have no issue whatsoever. So next time maybe I'll be live, and I wanted to show you this same thing. When you see the same thing I've told you, the first standard deviation, when you get to see obviously on the 5 minutes this is a week, on the 1 minute it's a close below, then quickly goes above. Same thing on the 5 minutes, it's a week. When prices reject from the first standard deviation, normally prices will go attack the high, the upper first deviation high. So you can always target there as your take profit, and this one would have been a beautiful trade if I entered here. If I had entered here and it was between my 9 AM and 10:30 area, New York session, what I like, I would have taken a buy here. I don't know why I didn't take the buy. I would have taken a buy and targeted the upside. So based on my experience in backtesting, I'm so sure about this setup, mostly New York session. It's ICT if you trade quarterly theory and all that stuff. Trading is a never-ending experience. It's a continuous learning experience. You never say, because I've traded for 10 years, I'm done learning. No, every day there's something new you'll always see in the market. Because, you know, information and AI and all this stuff, you know, development goes on. And yeah, we get to see, you know, you get to see new stuff, you know. So always learn, and, you know, that's my advice to you traders. Always learn something new every day, every week. Backtest a lot. If you love it and if you want it real bad, it will happen. And don't do it for the money, you know. Don't do it. Warren Buffett, I think, says don't look at the scoreboard, you know. And enjoy the game, you know. Enjoy the trading. Enjoy to learn price. You get me? Enjoy, you know, learning and getting to see, you know, how is it done. You get to see same setup here, breaker block, took the trade down, fair value gap, and You can I'm more confident because I know such setups are high probability, and there's more theories I haven't gotten into, and you know, things I use for confirmation and all that, of which I'll do an educational video one day. I know it will be long, like maybe 2 hours or 1 hour, but when I start doing that, you know, I'll be dropping 8 years of experience. You know, just know, you know, it takes time. Don't do it for the money. You won't be profitable in 1 year consistently. Yeah, you can actually. Technology right now, and you know, the amount of information publicly, a year, 6 months, some people become but you know, work on your mentality and psychology a lot, and you know, how to deal with losses, how to, you know, risk management plays the biggest role in trading. You can have all the money, but you can lose all of it. That's trading. So this is just my so far YouTube 3-month process summary, update and advice to new traders. Long title. I hope this video reaches a lot of people, and yeah guys, and you can always go check my previous videos. You get to see every day what we're doing. There's 2 days I've traded live, and yeah guys, love you guys, and hope we'll grow, and we've grown so far. We're at 60 subscribers so far, and almost 6,000 viewers total. So that's good progress for our first 3 months of YouTubing. And you guys following me, if that makes sense. YouTubing. Okay, love you guys. God bless you. Have an amazing weekend. We'll get to meet each other next week or tomorrow if I record a weekly setup, weekly analysis, or Monday, whichever. But I always try give room between my videos so that they can grow, because if I post continuously every day, I still have a small, you know, reach. So you know, if I have more subscribers, I can do that, because I know the videos will just be trending. So make sure you like, watch for some time, and God bless you guys. Have an amazing weekend, and cheers.